iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts,
playlists, and listen live on the free iHeart app.
You're listening to the Jonesy and Amanda podcast.
Dave Hughes is one of Australia's most recognisable voices, a master of stand-up. He's been making us laugh for decades. If you're in Adelaide, how lucky you are. He's going to be at the Fringe Festival and he joins us now. Dave, hello.
Here he is.
You too. Great to hear you in the afternoons. By the way, I was listening the other day when you gave me a mention because Jonesy was having one of his many, tiffs with other radio personalities. It was the builder situation where you turned up on the work site and was telling Marto what to do with his builders. So, yes, and you guys gave me a mention. I appreciate it.
What I was saying, because Marto has misappropriated this feud. I never walked onto a building site and told him how to do his job. My expertise is in radio, not building. I brought a builder with me who
he was the one who
he
was
the one that said, "Mate, I wouldn't be doing that." You know, if I was to give Marto any radio advice, which I'm well qualified.
Would you say I wouldn't be doing that?
I would have said I would have sorted this out, but he's chosen not to, so we just move on. But this is what the business is, isn't it, Dave?
Look, we're just happy to be mentioned. I mean, generally, whether good or bad, if you mention, you're somehow relevant. So I just accept it all as a compliment.
Remind me to tell that to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. So, Dave, I love that you love stand-up so much that you will go on stage, I imagine at the drop of a hat, because it's something that you still love to do. Do you ever get nerves?
I have really stopped getting nervous recently, to be honest. So, and it's, I'm 55 now, so it's taken me a long time to realise that no one cares. People are living their own lives and they barely think about me at all. And if they do, it's only momentary. So I just don't have to worry.
You seem to have a lot of people in your crowd lately sort of being outspoken from various things. I'm not talking about breastfeeding mums, but there's been, fights, a bit of argy-bargy. Do you look forward to that?
No, I don't. But if it happens, I hope someone records it because I'm still happy to get attention. Don't get me wrong. And I did have a woman recently just stand up in the front row when I was in Noosa actually and just said, "Do you love your son?" It was like an inquisition she was putting upon me. I'm like, yes. What's the relevance of this question? She said, "Well, why are you making fun of him?" I said, "Because he's an idiot. I still love him, but it's like." She walked out and then 5 minutes later the venue manager came and grabbed the person she was with and they left as well and they were disabled. And I thought it was her disabled son, but after the show I found out that she was his carer and he was there to see the show and she was there as his carer and she left.
Right.
And and then he had no way to go home apparently, so they had to go and get him because she was giving him a lift home. I just hope that on that lift home he was quite angry at her, saying,
"There's a lot to unpack in that story."
She's breaking the code of a carer. You don't leave the person that's in your care behind.
She wouldn't have thought so, but anyway, so it was an odd night, but it became a news story, and I was happy about it.
Do you have to negotiate with your kids as to what you will talk about and what you won't? Do you say to them, "Do you mind if I mention this?"
Look, yes, I do, and sometimes I don't. But, you can't win either way because I did a show last year and my son did feature heavily and my daughters came to see the show and it went really well and I thought they'd, give me some positive feedback. And their only feedback was, "Dad, you didn't mention us once. Are we invisible to you?" Yeah. And I'm like, "No, you're just not as silly as your brother, So you just can't win.
You can't win with them. And the worst thing I find with this job is when they hear the news third hand. When I remember one day when one of my kids was little, a kid went up to him and said, "Your dad said that you're his least favourite child."
Oh.
They give me as much as I give them, though. So I was online. If you ever see my posts on Instagram, at least a third of the comments underneath will be "get off the ice." And I'm not on ice. I don't know why I look like I am, but I'm not. And I saw one recently, and they said, it was sort of positive, but they said, "I really like Dave Hughes. How long's he been on ice for?" And then someone underneath wrote 2 years. And
specific.
And I saw that person's name was Tess. And I thought, my daughter's name's Tess, one of my daughters. And I looked at there, and it was my own daughter that said that and I'm like, underneath I wrote, be careful, or I might have sex with your mum again. So,
And that's what you're going to get Thursday in Adelaide for the Fringe Festival. For tickets and tour information, head to davehughes.com.au. He's going national. He's like us. Hughesy, it's always a treat to talk to you.
oh, and you both look so fresh in the afternoons. Enjoy it, guys. I know it's different, but you soon get used to those sleep-ins, right?
Thanks, Hughesy.
Good on you, mate.